Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Corporate Socialite Budgets. In today's video, I'll be budgeting the second paycheck of November. Today is Black Friday, so happy belated Thanksgiving and more than likely belated Black Friday because this video probably won't get posted until tomorrow because it is 11:30 at night. But I did want to make sure that I stay consistent with my budget. I just got back from Vegas about 3 days ago and I absolutely overspent, and I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't properly allocate or budget enough money for this trip. Just with all that happened last week with my mom, I definitely overspent then, but I should have been saving in advance for this Vegas trip, especially since I knew that it was coming up. So I spent about $750 additional dollars outside of what I barely saved. So that is one thing. And I want to just tap into some of my November goals. So I did want to pay off my Fifth Third credit card, which I was able to do so. And I also want to pay off my Capital One card. And I think that I'll be able to do that during this budget video. I don't know why this Chase Sapphire is showing a negative 179. It's been a lot of transactions going on with this card just because I had an Airbnb for the holidays for my family. I made that purchase on this particular credit card, and then I canceled the Airbnb to find a more accommodating house. So I received the credits for that, and of course, when you get a refund on a credit card, it kind of shows like you spent or had some sort of income that wasn't budgeted for onto the card. I don't even know, hot mess. There's been lots of activity on this particular card, so I've been slightly putting it on ice just so I could kind of determine what is the appropriate action plan and just slow down on spending now that I'm back from the Vegas trip. I don't have any other trips other than just going home for the holidays planned. So I want to just kind of go into a slight hibernation for the rest of the year and, just use the money that I've saved for Christmas gifts accordingly, and anything that I have left over, because I'm going to try to have money left over. I want to just add to all of my cards because I have jammed myself up just a little bit in the last quarter of the year. Okay, so enough with the talking. I am going to first allocate the rest of the money that's needed for my 1 month ahead, because of course that is most important. I think I have probably gained an additional day as far as my age of money goes. So of course the goal is to get back to that 30 mark and eventually maybe hit 60 day mark. Who knows? So I'm going to do the 2184, which is the total amount that I need minus what I already have in there. And I'm going to just cross my fingers that this works. Okay, perfect. All right, so this negative number here is my afterpay or affirmed purchase for my DR flight. That, of course, I mentioned before, I missed this flight and they gave me the flight back in credits. So that worked out, but of course I still had to pay Affirm back. So this is the last month of this particular transaction and I am extremely thankful, but I know that this is going to probably eat a huge hole in my ready to assign, but I'd rather just have that covered. So next I'm going to just go through all of the red flags here, which means that I spent money on my debit card. So I have to cover that because obviously I need that money for other bills. Okay, let's see. I've definitely used my credit cards in lots of areas. So I didn't use the full 740 for this. So I know 292 is from my debit card. wonder if it'll just tell me what came from a debit card or a credit card. Okay, it looks like 98.26. I've never even used this area before, so why does it say 56.60? Add at least 56.60 to this category, or you can't trust your budget balance. Okay, I'm gonna try the 56.60 and see if that gets me out of the red. Oh, and that worked. Amazing. Awesome. I mean, I'm going to pay the cards back, of course, but priority is to make sure my budget as far as cash is properly allocated. And then, of course, quad pay. I need to slow down on the spending. And I say that it seems like every budget, and you know, each time I'm still doing the same BS. All right. So I know technically that I need about $90 to reach my Christmas budget, but what I'm going to do is wait until next month to meet this goal. So I'm going to just go ahead and update the actual timeline. How do I do that? Hold on. Okay, so let's edit the goal, the target date to, I'm going to just say let's say the 9th. I think that should be okay. And then I just owe $91 to stay on track, but I don't want to add that currently. And I don't know why this thing is saying 179. It's kind of annoying. I remember when I first started using YNAB, I would have like a glitch with my credit card payments. I mean, granted, I didn't really know how to use the program. And of course, I'm still learning and kind of finding new little tricks and tips along the way, but I always kind of have a little issue with credit cards and, you know, them kind of being in the negative. All right, so what I want to cover first, because I want to make sure I pay back the Capital One card, because as I mentioned in the previous video, the goal for November is to pay off my Fifth Third card, which I was able to do that last week or 2 weeks ago. So next is to pay off Capital One, so I can go into December feeling a little bit more debt free, even though I've been spending on the other cards. Let's see. Okay, so I know I need to cover this amount. This came from my Okay, I think that is all of the Capital One purchases. I believe so. I'm gonna double check to see how much I truly owe on that. So I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't able to leverage any of the Black Friday deals, which may actually be a good thing. I don't have too many people this year to purchase gifts for. I'm in a couple Secret Santa groups, but I think that I'll still be able to kind of come out with a little bit extra money saved. So I'm looking forward to being able to add that to my different cards along the way. Okay, I'm gonna just add the 58 here because I believe I spent 57 at Target. And then I'll cover anything else, which is literally not enough. Are there any smaller ones? So this is the budget of someone who is, halfway being responsible. I mean, I feel like I can kind of give myself a little bit of credit for being responsible enough to budget each paycheck. Even when I wasn't recording, I still was budgeting from my mobile app or just on my own. But of course, the irresponsibility comes into play when I swipe and kind of just, turn my head away from actual responsibilities, unfortunately. So there is that. And I'm going to do better, I promise. That's me telling myself to do better. Okay, so I still have tons of credit card debt that I have accrued this month, but I definitely plan to pay myself back, and I do have a ton of points toward my Chase Sapphire card. So I've been kind of trying to decide whether or not I should use those points to just pay my card back. It's about $600 to use, or if I should just hold on to the points to use for future travel next year. I haven't redeemed the points yet just because I wasn't sure what I should do with the points. So if you've made it this far in the video, please let me know whether or not you think I should use the points, redeem the points to pay myself back with the statement credit, or if I should just pay the card off on my own gradually and just use those points toward travel in 2023. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will absolutely see you guys in the next week. All right, bye guys.